When a community faces a crisis that seems just completely hopeless, where does healing come from? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful old story. It's about a city that was brought to its knees and how it found its way back, not through some kind of magic, but through the incredible power of truth and simple kindness.
So picture this, a vibrant, wealthy city, absolutely thriving. And then, suddenly, it's plunged into a total nightmare. The people are beyond desperate. They've tried everything and nothing has worked. This is a story about that moment of utter desperation and the incredible hope that showed up right when they needed it most.
All right, so let's set the scene. We're in the magnificent city of Vassali. We're talking serious splendor here, home to more than 7,000 noble families. But all of that prosperity was about to be absolutely shattered by not one, not two, but three catastrophes hitting all at once.
What made this whole thing so terrifying was how these disasters just fed off of each other. It was like a horrible domino effect. First, a really bad drought hits, which leads to famine. All the death from the famine then attracts these unseen negative forces into the city. And that, in turn, kicks off a deadly cholera epidemic. So the city was being attacked from every possible angle, physically, spiritually, and biologically.
So, in their absolute darkest hour, the people of Vassali decided they had to do something drastic. They chose to seek help from the one person they truly believed could turn things around. They sent a message to the Buddha, who was staying in a nearby kingdom, basically begging him to come and help.
And the Buddha accepted. Now get this, the moment he took his very first step into Vassali's territory, something incredible happened. A massive storm cloud gathered out of nowhere, and this huge, cleansing rain just poured down, washing away all the sickness and decay. It was this amazing, powerful sign that hope had finally truly arrived.
So you're probably wondering, how exactly did the Buddha heal an entire city? Well, his method wasn't a magic spell or some grand command. It was a teaching. It was the simple act of reciting a profound truth about what is most precious, most reliable in the entire universe. And this teaching is known as the Ratana Sutta, or the Discourse on Jewels.
The very first jewel is the Buddha himself. And it's not just about the historical person, but what he represents, the embodiment of enlightenment. It's that potential for perfect wisdom and limitless compassion that really exists in all of us.
I mean, just listen to that. The Sutta makes this unbelievable claim that nothing, no diamond, no treasure you could ever imagine is as valuable as an enlightened mind.
And right here, this is the heart of the whole process. After each of these declarations of truth, this powerful line is spoken. It's so much more than just words. It's an affirmation. It's a way of actually harnessing the power of that truth to create safety and well-being.
Okay, so the second jewel is the Dhamma. You can think of this as the timeless, universal teaching itself. It's not a set of dogmatic rules. It's the fundamental truth of how reality works and the path that leads us out of suffering.
The sutta praises this teaching as the ultimate way to find peace and freedom, a state of being that is truly beyond compare.
And there's that line again. You see the pattern, right? By simply recognizing the supreme value of this timeless teaching, well-being is brought into existence. The third and final jewel is the Sangha. Now this refers to the community of enlightened disciples, basically the people who have walked the path and realized these teachings for themselves. They're the living, breathing proof that the path actually works.
What the sutta is saying here is that this community is so virtuous, so pure, that supporting them brings incredible benefits. It's like planting a seed in the most fertile soil you can possibly imagine.
So by affirming the truth of these three jewels, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, the foundation for the city's healing was set. But there was one more crucial piece to the puzzle.
Yeah, this whole thing wasn't just about some lofty, abstract truths. The healing of Vassali was also deeply rooted in a very practical, very down-to-earth principle, kindness, or as it's known, metta.
Now, what's so fascinating is that before it even mentions the three jewels, the sutta starts with this direct and simple instruction. It's a call to all beings, both seen and unseen, asking them to just be kind to the people of the city. And this is where the teaching becomes just so beautiful. It sets up this relationship of mutual respect. It's not a one-way street. It says, hey, humans make offerings to the spirits of the world. Then it asks those spirits to accept that goodwill and in return to actively look after the people. Healing isn't a command, it's a cooperation.
So the story goes that as the Buddhist disciple Ananda walked through the city, reciting these words and sprinkling this purifying water, the plagues just vanished. The spirits left, and health returned to Vesali. It's an amazing story, but what on earth does it mean for us today?
I mean, really, where does this power come from? Is it some kind of ancient spell, a magical chant?
Well, the story suggests the power is something much deeper and honestly more accessible than that. It's the protective force that we generate when we align ourselves with what is ultimately true and when we act with genuine kindness. It's a kind of self-healing through our own virtue.
So what can we actually take away from this for our own lives? Well, next time you feel overwhelmed, try reflecting on what's truly reliable. Things like wisdom, truth, community. It can bring this incredible inner strength. Just acknowledging what is true, even when it's hard, creates a kind of shield of integrity. And maybe the biggest one is this. Kindness isn't just a nice feeling. It's an active, protective force you can put out into the world. This ancient wisdom is a perfect guide for our own modern challenges, our plagues of anxiety and conflict and confusion.
And so, we'll leave you with the simplest and most profound wish, inspired by the spirit of this ancient teaching. May you all be happy.